James.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. Green is out there with Vucevic, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Davis. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Reeves in at the 2 spot. Well, we're looking at teams with first-year coaches, Chris. How long do you think it usually takes to get up to speed with the new system?
You know, it depends, Kevin. Do you have veteran players on your team? Is it a familiar system that guys have seen before? Young squads, they take a little bit more time to get up to speed. It may take till the All-Star break or so.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Los Angeles. Davis, the pass to Carmelo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got the game going here with the first basket for the Lakers.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Pass to Green. Excellent D there from Anthony. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. And now just over a minute played here in the first.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain.
An excellent distributor, Zoe is. I mean, he has a knack for getting to his open teammates.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with. A big victory for the Bulls.
Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Westbrook kicks to LeBron. Anthony trying to get open. And James with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. James has got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. And here's Levine. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Thompson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Tony Bradley comes in for Green. Kobe White, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ball. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. DeRozan passes to Caruso. Lets it go with a 3. The shot missing. And the Lakers going the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They kept chucking from distance, and ultimately it was their undoing. A disappointing result.
"19 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's DeRozan. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
With 1 on the clock, he can't get that one to fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They're up by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
Well, they're just a team in sync right now. Their passing in the first half has been outstanding.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Fred Vogel is out there. Howard and AD play together down on the block. Kendrick Nunn out there with Malik Monk. And it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
And there it is for him.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouls. Kevin, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic checked in for Thompson. Green comes in for Tony Bradley. Zach LaVine's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Alex Caruso. Here's Ball. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Lakers leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Ball. Outside, White. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound the Lakers.
Oh, he found open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
James and the dunk by LeBron.
Come on, you can't allow James to get position down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Outside, Ball. LaVine, the bounce pass. Westbrook with the block. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the Lakers with here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Carmelo Anthony. 10th in field goal percentage, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Green dishes to Vucevic. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
A high IQ player. Vucevic has that sixth sense for when to cut after screening for a teammate.
Shoots it. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Chicago the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Levine throws it down.
An absolute wrecking ball on the drive. I mean, Levine is all about dunking it with authority.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Ball. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. To the middle. Here's Horton Tucker. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
To the paint. Here's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Oh, he makes it look all too easy. Levine, I mean, he's someone you can't allow to get this kind of position.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 4.
Carmelo, I know in this system communication is key. How did that impact tonight's game?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy. Kind of like Shaq's suit.
Looking at Chicago, Shaq, your thoughts?
Their defense has been dismal, allowing their opponent to shoot in the 60s. I'm sure they're getting an earful in the locker room.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at James, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And Greg, some star big men have complained that they get hacked all game long. But they're not getting the foul calls these guards do on the perimeter.
I'd have to agree. I mean, and on a lot of those fouls, the guards get 3 free throws. So something the league might want to take a look at, trying to balance things out.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, in the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. Green is out there with DeRozan, and it's Vucevic in at the center. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. The Lakers on D. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Ball with it. Westbrook picks him up. Ball, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Howard's checked in for Anthony. And so here is Chicago. Now the pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. And Ball ball slams it in.
Point guard who can dunk it. Ball is a rarity in more ways than one.
Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his fourth year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Malik Monk, he's checked in for James, and it's Kendrick Nunn in for Russell Westbrook. The Bulls also changing it up. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Tony Bradley comes in for Green, and it's Alex Caruso in for Lonzo Ball. Levine with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Levine kicks to DeRozan. Back to Levine, takes a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Levine's got 9 points.
And you need Levine to keep connecting from deep. When he does, the floor opens up big time.
Levine just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
DeRozan in the corner. Shoots the three. Another three for Chicago.
And we've witnessed DeRozan improve big time as a playmaker. His court awareness is really at an elite level. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Here's Caruso. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And Levine, here we go. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Reeves. DeRozan defending. Davis lays it up off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in.
Kobe White.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And finished off by DeRozan.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Here's Howard. Thompson with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
9 feet out. That shot off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top, up 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Davis sitting on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. We've got Kendrick Nunn. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. And there's Monk. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Lakers lead by 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Down low and stolen by LeBron. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And it's White missing. Anthony drives in. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
Way to showcase the court vision. Westbrook, I mean, he gets his teammates some wide open looks.
And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in, and that one misses. Bulls trail by 8. Inside, here's Green. Another shot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Their inside game has been great tonight. So much of their scoring has come from the paint.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And it's in there.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Davis. And now, here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Pass to Vucevic. Fires from deep. Ball's knocked loose. Lakers leading by 9. Hangs in the air. And Anthony lays it up and in. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 11. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Left side, ball. Here's Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for Vucevic.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
3-pointer. Cans it from downtown.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, just superb focus there for Melo, overpowering the D and still finishing.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing here by 8. Launches a 3. No good that time.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving them.
And James throws it down hard.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And good that time.
Oh, this is the unselfishness Ball brings to the table. The definition of a pass-first point guard.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
And here are the Lakers. Led by as many as 11 points. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. DeRozan for three. Doesn't go that time. And so the Lakers take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.